What is up, people? We are back. I hope you guys are ready for this one. We're going to talk about storytelling and why it's so powerful, and something that took me a long time to be able to feel comfortable enough to share a story, at least enough to the point that you could connect with a lot more people. And the reasons why storytelling is so important is because this is how you turn people that follow you into buyers. This is how you convert people. Okay, because a lot of the time storytelling really comes down to just building a stronger relationship, being more vulnerable, and connecting. If you could connect with someone, if people understand your struggles, understand your flaws, understand your story, they're more likely to become friends with you. They're more likely to buy from you. They're more likely to do business with you, whatever that is, right? They're more likely to be more involved with you, okay? And if you break it down in a more simple way, think about all the people you guys are friends with. Think about your family. Like, why are you more safe? Why do you feel more safe and comfortable with these people? Is because these people know your flaws. These people know you're not perfect, and these people have been able to connect with you because they themselves as human beings were all flawed, right? You connect with people a lot more when you find relatability in those flaws. Okay, so we're going to talk about how storytelling has gotten me from $30 a cut to $220. In 2025, it's simply not enough to build a brand, put yourself as a barber or cutting hair, and having good hooks in your video. You need to tell your audience what you do and why you do it. So I'm going to share with you guys the 3-step storytelling framework so you can build a brand where clients feel connected to you, not just your cuts. And if you don't have a crazy storytelling skill set or conversational skill set, then I'm going to show you guys the frameworks on how to do it. Okay, so number one, which we briefly touched up on, which is vulnerability and relatability. This does not mean sharing how bad you are at things. I'm not talking about share your struggles and share how bad your haircuts are, because they're not going to connect with your haircuts, okay? They're going to connect with your story and flaws. This shows you're human because, and here's the thing, I want you guys to understand something very closely. If we look at marketing and we look at content maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, a lot of it was like super highly edited videos. If we look at content that's really like changed now, I mean, I'll say a name again, like honestly, like Sam Rascals. All his content is through an iPhone, right? People are connecting with that a lot more because, one, it shows that that individual it's raw, it's authentic, right? Like highly edited stuff seems perfect. It doesn't seem real. It's not relatable. And it looks too fake. Imperfect does really well because it works so well because it's relatable. People make friends with people that they share things that are in common. And for example, you're more likely to connect with someone that's the same age as you, has the same hobbies as you, or in this case, share a similar struggle to you. This is how you're going to be able to stand out and be in the top 1% of barbers. And people aren't willing to share this, even the small vulnerable things. Most people aren't willing to share it, so you blend in with the herd. But people that are vulnerable, they stand out because they have a personal story. That's different from a lot of other people. That's how you become the black sheep. So let's get into it. I want to talk to you guys about the Epiphany Bridge. I want to introduce you to one of the smartest marketers of all time. You guys should actually have a look and watch his videos after. His name is Russell Brunson. He's an absolute genius. He's worked with Tony Robbins. He's worked with Grant Cardone. He's worked with the biggest people in the industry. They've hired him and paid him millions to work with them. Okay, just so you guys have an understanding. And this is what he learned, right? These are his tactics. These are his frameworks. To make it easier, I'm going to break it down. Okay, number 1 is your goals. Number 2 is your struggles. This is how you connect with someone, right? Number 3 is a turning point. 4, dreamland. 5, lessons and takeaways. And I'm going to break it down in ways you guys can make content out of this. So number 1, your goals. Why did you start this journey and what are your initial goals? So if you guys think of content that's relatable to this, someone did this recently and he's done really well in doing it. Hair by Durden has done this. Another individual that I think of is Sly Huncho. So if you look at these people's content, they have in their content one pillar, which is something similar to this, right? Sly Huncho's pillar would be vlogging every day until I become a millionaire. Okay, Lucio's, Hair by Durden's, was posting a reel every single day until I hit 100,000 followers. Now the reason for this is because now we could quantify their goals, so we know what the number is and we could put a picture behind what that looks like, and we're able to follow their journey, similar to like a TV show. So if you guys have a goal, it needs to be quantifiable. Put that, share that to the world, right? So example, if you guys want to hit 10K followers, put yourself a content plan that talks about this. So posting every single day until I hit 10K followers. And every single day, that is the title of your video. People love to get involved in someone's journey and someone's goals. And if they could quantify it, it's easier for them to understand what you're doing. Okay, so that's goals. Number 2 is where your initial struggles are. When was your starting journey, so they could relate to this? So a lot of the times I've actually made content in the past where you see my struggles, and you guys have seen tons of video of this, of like who I was before I opened my shop and who I was after. Right? So a lot of you guys have this type of content. This does so well. If you guys made this piece of content right now, it would do so well. And you could just use pictures of it, of like the haircuts you guys were doing before you got into a barbershop or before you started, you know, taking this professionally, and what the haircuts look like now. People love that journey. It's like, think of like all the type of content that's done really well in the fitness world, where you see someone like being like obese or like, you know, overweight to then, you know, looking shredded, right? Those types of contents do so well. But the same applies to haircutting. So if you show a haircut that has like a line in the head, or the shape is off, or, you know, it looks messed up, to then like now you have like crazy haircuts of like the most beautiful blend on the sides with the most beautiful shape, people will be able to visually understand, holy cow, look at the transformation of this individual. Super powerful content to make. Number 3, turning point. What was the one thing, that epiphany moment that changed everything? So you could share that based on a video like this, right? So you could take an Instagram and be like, this was the turning point of my career. That could be more relatable because you talk about on an emotional level what really changed for you. It could be a picture with just, you know, a carousel picture with just a caption about that was your turning point. So for me, it would be, let's say, opening that shop. That was a turning point because everything that I got after that was based off of the initial starting point of having my shop. Right? So you guys can make a carousel picture of that. Explaining your success, or dreamland, explaining your success so they could feel it themselves as well. I would say like that, like those types of content I wouldn't necessarily do. I would probably just do that more in the stories. So hyping people up. There's a guy that I follow named Mr. 48. He does this really well. He doesn't really do it too much on his Instagram posts, but he does it in his stories. And in his stories, he talks about like his goals and his ambitions. And the way he does it sounds very organic. It doesn't sound like he's boosting. It sounds like he's like genuinely there to grow this thing because he wants to help other people, right? So I would say lean more into stories if that's what you want to do it. I wouldn't do it as consistently. You could do it maybe once every 2 weeks. And by the reason for this, the mirror neurons, your audience brains mirror your emotions. They feel the fear when you talk about risking it all. They feel the joy when you share your wins. Again, emotional pull. We want to grab them. And the thing is, you have to understand, guys, nowadays, think about content and how it works. Every time a piece of content does well, it's because it's pulling someone's emotion so hard. Like for you guys to rank in the explore page, you're ranking with tons of creators that are doing the same thing. They're trying to create a piece of content that's going to emotionally pull someone. And for you to emotionally pull someone, like the level of emotions you have to be able to hit have to be really high, because competition for content is so high now. Like there's millions of people that are posting content. So you need to be able to understand how to convey that emotional pull. You need to be able to do a piece of content that really pulls them in. Okay. Number 5, lessons and takeaways and how to implement it. So I want you to write down either on a notebook or on your phone right now, what's been your barbering journey like? 3 to 4 sentences. This is going to allow you to make that piece of content. What is the epiphany bridge framework you're going to use? Right? So example, what are the pieces of content you want to make? Do you want to make struggle videos? Do you want to make goal videos, turning point videos, dreamland videos, lessons and takeaways? Your biggest failures and your biggest wins. From there, you're going to be able to figure out what are the piece of content that you feel like is genuinely going to bring in the most amount of clients into your brand. But further than that, the ones that relate the most to who you already have in your audience. Like who is the audience that follows me right now? Are they young guys? Are they older guys? And based off of that, you're going to be able to create something that's going to be more tailored to them. And this is how you're going to be able to grow, because everyone here that has an Instagram account has a pretty good idea of who their followers are. So think of your ideal follower and start making content based off of this. All right. So now let's talk about implementation and content in the shop. How can you actually implement these techniques? Number 1, client transformation. Number 2, share your own personal stories. Number 3, share your own personal story, okay? So number 1, share client struggles, show results of the aftercut, create an emotional story. Number 2, pin these posts. New people see them first. They read your story, build instant connection. And number 3, share craft micro stories, okay? What does that mean? Share little stories about how you've gotten to this point. You don't have to spend 3 hours making this up, but show little pictures. People love that, little insights, like me painting the shop, stuff like this. People love to see the journey. Relate to clients' experience, talk talk about a bad haircut that you saved, learned a new technique this week, boosted someone's confidence. You take a picture of the end result, you're like, and you see an emotion like the guy's smiling or something, and you make a little caption about it, right? So if you implement all these steps, you'll build a real community rather than a following. And the bonus, if you're already ready to raise your prices, get high paying clients effortlessly, and cut less while earning more, we will go through this epiphany bridge. Book your call with our team, and we'll walk you through how to build this content system so you guys can be able to, one, nurture who you already have, but further than that, be able to create a brand that's authentic to who you guys are, that's completely tailored, completely customized, so at scale you guys don't feel burnt out. A lot of the times people come to me and like, dude, I'm burnt out, I hate doing content, I hate Instagram. This is why. You haven't figured out your epiphany bridge. You haven't figured out these systems to be able to apply into your business, to be able to sustainably, consistently post content that you guys enjoy to do, so you guys are able to get clients in your business. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.